The following video essay contains spoilers for The Owl House Season 1. The parallels between The Owl House and Little Witch Academia are pretty easy to draw. Both series follow a fish-out-of-water girl in a world of magical weirdness, as she tries to live the dream and become a witch. I'm a big fan of LWA. It's got great visuals, a charming, likable cast, and great comedy. But The Owl House manages to surpass LWA in one particular way: the journey of the main heroine as she attempts to master the magical forces of the world she's jumped into. How exactly Luce overcomes the odds and goes from an awkward teen oddball in a cat hoodie to an awkward teen witch oddball in a cat hoodie is, in my opinion, the best plotline of The Owl House Season 1. Let's start by understanding the scope of the problem. The world of The Owl House is interesting in that it features multiple magic systems. The form of magic most commonly used by the pointy-eared witchkin, demons, and assorted magical weirdos Luce runs into are related to things called bile sacs. Essentially, this is an organ that produces magical mucus to fuel spells. Now, being a garden-variety human, this biological trait is something Luce just doesn't have and can't emulate, no matter how hard she tries or how much she wants it. This is a story of adaptation rather than determination. So, like I said, other systems of magic exist other than the bile sacs. Magical items like wands and staves are used commonly in the world of the Boiling Isles. However, they have drawbacks in the form of limited power reserves, a required foreknowledge of particular spells, and even minds of their own. Luce does utilize these tools from time to time, but what takes her from starry-eyed dreamer to arcane practitioner are glyphs. This is an ancient system of magic that taps the natural forces of the Boiling Isles itself. Now that you know the problem and how it's solved, let's look at how the Owl House goes from point A to point B. The fact that there's an actual magical organ is explained by Luce's mentor Ida in the episode The Intruder. Also, in that same episode, Luce discovers the existence of and successfully utilizes one of the magical glyphs native to the Boiling Isles. She discovers another glyph when trying to rescue her friends from a Yeti thing in the episode Adventures in the Elements, yet another in one of those mandatory prom episodes, and the final glyph is unceremoniously found during an off-brand Quidditch match in the episode Wing It Like Witches. We'll look at that oddly specific number in a sec, but as we reach the season finale, Luce gets to utilize her newfound magical skills in battle with series' big bad, Emperor Bellows, showing just how far she's come. My only real complaint about the magic system is the glyphs are ice, light, plants, and fire. I suppose it's nice we're getting away from the classical elements. Not everything needs to be like Avatar, after all, but they seem oddly themed. Considering how gross and meaty the Boiling Isles are, after all, they're built on the corpse of a fallen titan, breath, blood, flesh, and bone might have been more on brand. But that's beside the point. The real point is the next phase of Luce's journey is figuring out ways to utilize the 4 existing magical glyphs. Character growth has found its way onto a list of requirements for storytelling, but I think it's important to remember that not all growth is in the form of emotional development or maturity. Skills and capability can be enough to carry a story. At the beginning, Luce was shown to have a goal, namely learning magic. But that goal was unreachable by normal means. So, in keeping with the themes of the Owl House, Luce found her own way to achieve that goal. And along the way, it revealed a lot of endearing traits about her. She's creative, with a unique perspective, optimistic, and she has a healthy dose of anime determination. But that's not all. This plotline was also a great way to develop the world of the Owl House. We're shown physical locations like the Titan's Knee. We see how magic affects creatures like demons and the owl beast. Finally, we get to learn about the history of witches and the Isles. And it's all thanks to putting a limitation on Luce and watching as she overcomes it. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support my work outside of YouTube, check out Sorcerous. a dark fantasy mystery RPG inspired by JRPGs, anime, and D&D. It's available right now on Steam. Follow the link in the description to watch the trailer. And if you'd like to see more reviews and analysis, check out my channel right here on YouTube. I'm the Stupid Private.
Hey kids, today's show is brought to you by the letter 4 and the number potato! I'm a stupid private.